Good day, everyone. So, welcome to my virtual classroom. So, this time I'm going to be discussing with you the piecewise function. This is the most requested topic, okay? Because maybe some of you find it very challenging understanding the piecewise function. So, without much ado, let's start the discussion of the piecewise function. Piecewise function is defined as a function defined by two or more functions over a specified domain. I'll repeat, it is a function defined by two or more functions over a specified domain. Say, for example, function of x is equal to x squared plus 1, where x is less than 0, x minus 1, where x is greater than or equal to 0. Can we evaluate piecewise function? Yes, definitely we can evaluate. But how? Since they have two functions sharing the same domain, so how are we going to evaluate this particular functions? Say, for example, evaluate this particular piecewise function given a specific value of x. And also, you can graph a piecewise function. So, hang on. Say, for example, okay, evaluating piecewise function is just like evaluating a function that you are already familiar with. Okay, let's calculate. Say, for example, f of 2. So, how are we going to evaluate f of 2 if we have the given function of x is equal to this function? So where the question is, where can you substitute 2? Okay, so you are being asked to find y when x is equal to 2. So since 2 is greater than or equal to 0, you will only substitute this into the second part of the function as what the piecewise function stated. Again, x since 2 is greater than or equal to 0, so you can only substitute this particular x value into this function. Okay, I hope you are getting across. So let's substitute. So if we're going to substitute 2, so this you just have to substitute this x by 2, so 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So therefore, f of 2 is equal to 1. Why did we not substitute 2 here? Because it says that x is less than 0. What are those less than 0? We have negative 1, negative 2, and so on. So therefore, we have to substitute it here. Okay, next. Let's calculate f negative 2. So f negative 2. So since x, you are being asked to find y when x is negative 2. Since negative 2 is less than 0, so that means you will only substitute this into the first part of the function. It's here. Okay, you cannot substitute it here because this says that x is greater than 0. So by substituting negative 2, so we can evaluate now that negative 2 raised to the second power plus 1. So it's here negative 2 squared plus 1 is equal to 5 because negative 2 squared is positive 4 plus 1 equals 5. So therefore, the value of that function is 5. So it's your turn. So let me see. You are given this piecewise function. Piecewise function is equal to 2x plus 1 where x is less than 0. 2x plus 2 where x is greater than or equal to 0. Evaluate the following. F negative 2. What do you think is the answer? Okay, I'll give you 5 seconds. So f negative 2. So negative 2 is negative 2 greater than or equal to 0, or negative 2 is less than 0. So where will you substitute? Yes, you are correct. So since negative 2 is less than 0, so you can substitute it here. So let me see what is your answer. So 2 times negative 2 is negative 4 plus 1. Negative 4 plus 1 is equal to, correct, negative 3. Let us check. Check. So therefore, the value of this function is negative 3. Okay. Next, f0. Is 0 less than 0, or is 0 greater than or equal to 0? Okay, correct. So you have to substitute it here, 2x plus 2, because it says that x is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so 2 times 0 is equal to 0 plus 2. 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. Did you get the answer? What is the answer? Okay, positive 2. So let's check if the answer is correct. Correct. What about f5? What could be the answer for f5? What is the value of the function? f5 is 5 less than 0 or greater than or equal to 0? Correct. 5 is greater than or equal to 0. So therefore, we have to substitute it here in this particular function. So 2 times 5 is 10 plus 2 is equal to, correct, it's 12. So therefore, let's see if your answer is correct. f5 is equal to 12. Very good. Next, the last one. What if the function is 1? Is 1 less than 0 or greater than or equal to 0? Okay, correct. Still, you have to substitute it here in this particular function. So, 2 times 1 is 2 plus 2 is equal to, okay, correct, it's 4. So therefore, f1 is equal to 4. Very good. So now, it's easier to evaluate piecewise function given a particular value of x. Okay, so take note that the value of x are usually integers. Okay, so one more. What if you are given this kind of piecewise function? It has already 3 functions. Okay, so we have 3x minus 2 where x is less than negative 2, negative x where x is greater than or equal to negative 2 but less than 1. Then we have also x is greater than or equal to 1 given the function x squared minus 7x. Okay, let's evaluate this function. Given f negative 2, is 2 less than negative 2, or is negative 2 greater than or equal to negative 2 but less than 1, or is negative 2 greater than or equal to 1? Which particular function? Okay, correct. So it's here, x is greater than or equal to negative 2 or equal to negative 2 but less than positive 1. So therefore, we're going to substitute it here. So since this is negative times negative 2, so negative times negative, that is positive. Correct. It's positive 2. So let's see if your answer is correct. Very good. It's correct. Next. What if 3? What if your x is 3? So which particular functions here? Okay. So if x is 3, check. Is 3 less than negative 2? Is 3 or your x is greater than or equal to negative 2 but less than 1? Or your x is greater than or equal to 1? So What is your answer? Is x greater than or equal to 1? Okay, so check. So we're going to substitute it in this particular function. So 3 squared is 9 minus 7 times 3, which is 21. So I'll repeat. 9 minus 21 is equal to, what is 9 minus 21? Okay, the correct answer is negative. Okay, negative 12. Let's see if your answer is correct. Very good. It's negative 12. So I hope it is clear to you how to evaluate piecewise function. Okay, another one. F negative 4. So where will you substitute negative 4 in these three functions? Okay, is negative 4 less than negative 2? Is negative 4 greater than or equal to negative 2 but less than 1? Or your negative 4 is greater than or equal to 1? Okay, so x negative 4 is less than negative 2. So therefore, we're going to substitute here. Okay, so we're going to substitute it here. So 3x minus 2. So negative 4 times 3 is negative 12 minus 2. Negative 12 minus 2 is equal to negative. Okay, let's check if it's negative 14. The correct answer is negative 14. Very good. And the last one, f times 1 is equal to, okay, is 1. Again, where will you substitute? Is it x greater than or equal to 1? X is greater than or equal to negative 2? Or x is less than 1? Or x is less than negative 2? So where will you substitute 1? Okay, correct. X squared minus 7x, because x is greater than or equal to positive 1. So let's substitute. 1 squared is 1 minus 7 times 1. 7 times 1 is 7. So 1 minus 7. So what is your answer? Negative 6. Let's see if your answer is negative 6. Very good. So therefore, it's easy to evaluate piecewise function. Okay, so if you think this lesson is easy, or if you think this lesson is challenging for you, you can comment. You can comment down below, or you can just uh, write your comments in the comment box. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope you learned something today. Goodbye.